Oh, actually, okay, those are kind of annoying, aren't they? Man, oh, we just go face though, they're not annoying. Oh man, I feel bad. We actually had even more overkill. Jeez. Well, folks, it's another day, and I have another aggro deck at the top of the Hearthstone meta to show you. This is Aggro Mage, and since the recent patch, this has been the #1 deck from Diamond to Legend. And yeah, based on the name, this probably won't surprise you. You're trying to play down early minions. You're trying to get some chip damage via those minions in the first few turns, all while accruing damage in hand via arcane bolts, like off the Arcane Worm or the Arc Splitter. You've also just got like Astalor, which can put damage in hand, or Frozen Touches, which turn into more Frozen Touches to give you extra damage in hand. So chip them down, whittle them down a little, and then just kill them with like 20 damage from hand. You're gonna see that happen quite a bit in this video. Of course, some power cards help you complement that, like Egwin, Commander Savara. Some cards like Deathborn and Flurry here might feel like they're more control oriented, but they're really not. You're still going to be using these. Flurry to protect your tempo by freezing out some trades on board or just stalling into your damage turns. Deathborn just creates some swings that gives you skeletons, which go face again with their chip damage. So all in all, this deck goes pretty fast, has a ton of lethality thanks to all of these spells in hand, and boy, it worked really well for me. I wanted to spend a little bit of time playing this until I lost, so I can include a loss in the video. Just didn't lose. And then I ran out of time. So enjoy this deck dominating for 30 minutes or whatever. And man, I don't love playing these kinds of decks, but yeah, they're clearly working quite well. So it felt like a responsibility to show you good decks. I want you guys to succeed on ladder. Even though I don't endorse this play style, you should be equipped with the best decks, the knowledge on how to play against them as well. So take a look at this Aggro Mage, even if I hate it, and enjoy some of this absolutely crazy winning. So with this deck, the goal is going to be to be aggressive. Be aggressive. So you can see really low curve, or a lot of early game minions, which is nice. I think against Death Knight we probably don't need a Trog since we hit the 1-2 here anyway. Love having a good early curve, but Trog doesn't seem quite as relevant. Sorceresses certainly feel very powerful. Now that said, I don't actually have a spell right now. I will still play the Blazing Battle Mage though. We can go Prismatic to find a spell. So we want early minion pressure, and then we want to pivot into burst damage. Of course, we've got Frozen Touches, we've got Arcane Bolts, we've got Deathborn chippy stuff. Oh my god, this man just went insane. What a great opener. Wild Spirits fits our game plan the best for sure. Early minions, early stuff. So you know, finding outs later, finding that reach later, but getting some chip damage early if we can is the goal. Opponent is having a great early tempo start here in this seemingly kind of undeady, unholy Death Knights, but good turn here for us, I think. Yeah, we'll go ahead and kill the big guy here. Deny any better value trades. We kind of negative trade there, but really good 4-5. Hopefully this Deathborn could be perfect against an unholy Death Knight. So even though we got off to a bit of a wacky start here and fell behind, I have to say I think we're in a pretty good spot right now ultimately. Ooh, wish I could kill that more easily though. Man, only my Wild Seed were coming up. That is that's a problem card. Yeah, I don't know. It might feed a Deathborn for the record. You know, if there's a bunch of 1/1s floating around and stuff, we could maybe feed into this, but still very scary. Okay, that makes life a little easier. Oh my god, Rancher. It's the Rancher play. Yeah, I mean, Deathborn here, let's see where this rolls, and that's kind of going to help guide our decision here a little bit, I think. If it hits the 2-1 or face, things look a little different. I think this is absolutely worth it, though. Just got to get rid of these, right? It kind of leaves this board equal behind on these two, but, you know, got to deal with those Ranchers, so they're going to snowball like crazy. It's important to deal with. I love Ranch. Yeah, I like Ranch dressing okay, but only like real homemade ranch, not like Hidden Valley ranch. Like store-bought ranch is usually not very good. But if it's like good homemade ranch, yeah, that's fine. I don't go like nuts for ranch like some people do, I think, but I like ranch, all right. Seems like a good time to go for Deathborn again. It's not like the home run knockout punch Deathborn, but it's good enough, I think. 5 minions lead here. Really, really nice. They may have a better board a little later, but hopefully we'll have just won by then. Store ranch feels unhealthy. Well, I don't think any ranch is healthy, for the record. I don't know if that's the metric by which we should be measuring ranch, but I actually think homemade ranch might be more unhealthy. I'm not sure. Yeah, Sunwell's probably our best bet for reload later, but not in love with these options, are we? Let's go ahead and make space for the Crooked Cook here by trading this in. I think we just want to draw a card. But I do think maybe the rest go face. I'm tempted on this 2-3. Like, does this go here perhaps? Just to have to not deal with that? I think maybe, yeah. I guess I'm giving them a Sunwell potentially, but I don't know if that matters. I guess it kind of does. Maybe I shouldn't give them outs. Oh, they didn't get it anyway. Great choice then. Excellent decision making. Yeah, I don't do ranch on pizza. I only like ranch on like fries or like a salad, of course, is fine. Can't say I'm a big ranch pizza guy. 6, 7, 8, and these are each 6. So yeah, nice. Good stuff. Kind of perfect, man. Even though we fell behind early, it just got there, right? We even had Dalnos damage and ping too. And Arcane Worm. Yeah, we had like another 5, 6 damage available, maybe, depending on mana. That's crazy. Pretty much a perfect example of how this deck can win, yeah. This looks like a dream hand against Imps, maybe. Kind of nice. Don't draw. Oh, well, no, this is always the target for discounts. This is highest cost spell, so yeah. Gonna save the coin just in case we need that Imp clear on 4. But Arcane Worms are great. This could be more of like a combo Warlock, some kind of Death Rattly shenanigan-y stuff. I don't know. If so, this might be a little bit exposed to a board clear. But otherwise, like this line. Get our Frozen Touch infused up already is nice. Way more damage output. Oh yeah, definitely less Imp. I mean, of course, a lot of Abyssals are running Imps too, so maybe both. Could see both here. Horn of Winter, Savory Deviant Delight. I actually don't have a minion, so this is kind of free for me if I want to just disrupt something. I feel like Horn of Winter is going to be better, though, just to find some burst damage. Like, that's a sneaky play, but I don't think it's a very good play. Hear me out. I think this might be worth it. I actually have a pretty decent Deathborn on my own minions soon. I want to. Just this game, I'm not expecting to go long enough for the flurry to matter otherwise, you know. Just protecting this investment right now is better. You know, I want these minions to be good before Abyssal Wave and board clears happen later in the game. So protecting them against trades right now actually is one of the best ways to ensure they're going to get some value, I think. Thalnos Bolt, kind of, nah. Is this really already the Deathborn? Trade? Trade? It feels a little weird. Maybe it's just trade, hit, Deathborn. I don't like this more. Like, who cares if that's alive? I'm just gonna go and get more dudes and more face damage. Yeah, I like this. This is a lot of chip damage. Annoying board to deal with. Kind of upgraded my minions before. You know, it's kind of like I played an Evolve almost, you know? It's like I went face and then evolved. That's a cool way to think about it. Now, we do know they have Imp, so this is a little bit risky, but I'm basically saying, look, I'm going to turn the corner before this matters. We know they have Imps because they have Librarian, right? But I'm saying, like, look at this damage in hand. I have 1 billion damage. Let's just try to end this game in the next turn or two. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do, by the way. How much damage is this? It's gotta be enough, right? This is another 8. We have Horn. It's just gotta be enough, right? I didn't actually count, but it's super enough. Yeah, cool. Nice, dude. That is indeed the game plan. Okay. Yep, that worked again. This is way more less toxic than Spit Hunter. You think so? I would put them in a similar bracket, maybe. Yeah, Trog against Druid can be pretty good. I think just having this early curve is important. If this is a token Druid in particular, we're going to need minions to contest. I don't know if we'll be able to contest, but this is the way we can do it at least. I mean, this deck's a similar pattern to Spitter Hunter. I would say, you know, just set up for big crazy damage output. I don't like this style of deck very much personally. Again, it's important for me to showcase these, I think, on YouTube so people are well equipped to win. I want people winning Hearthstone games. I don't feel like I'm responsible for the problems of a meta, basically, if that makes sense. So I didn't design the decks I don't like, but I do think it's important for people to have chances to win and climb. I want my viewers to be educated and you know, successful, even if I hate it personally. All right, I think important to keep the board in check here. The fact that they're hero powering on 2 is good news for us. Gives me a chance to get some stabilizing happening. Aquatic form, okay. Dungeoneer is just so insane in this deck, dude. It's a ridiculously good aggro card. You sound like a parent. I feel that way sometimes. Yeah, I do. That's what having a YouTube channel is about, I guess. In a weird way. Cost 1 less. We can take a 3 here and play it. Not a 3, but Felfire in the hole next turn could be pretty cool, even if it's just 2. This is the kind of AoE we're looking for. Means this turn's a little bit less interesting, perhaps. Think we ping, maybe? I don't know. Crooked Cook's just a lot of body, though, which I like. It's a lot of body. I don't think I bother freezing the Trog, do I? There are some single target buffs that would help. Like if I hit it, I could maybe protect my Cook. I lose a freeze though. Felfire in the hole kills a Trog regardless. I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe we hit it. Feels a little wasted, but might protect some things. Regis, I've been watching so many of your duels runs that I started running them myself. You the best. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for watching. We had some duels runs tonight. They were okay. They were a little frustrating. I got pretty tilted, to be honest, but they were okay in the scheme of things. I probably shouldn't have gotten as tilted as I did. Okay, yeah. Felfire seems totally fine. Just start stabilizing here. Ooh, that's good too, but that's for next turn. The face damage on Felfire getting me an extra card as well, which is nice. Yeah, if they go wide again here, Deathborn will absolutely shut out this game, no question. Not even up for debate. If they play another Trog, we could even Flurry first to feed another dude into it. We could also Shivering. Kind of pointless, I guess. Oh yeah. Oh, that's getting buffed though. That's a little worse for the Deathborn. Still, some trades might make it worth it though. Mark of the Wild. Yeah, see, this is that single target buff we were talking about. So that may have ended up paying off after all. Actually. That might have been the right call after all. Yeah, Deathborn here is a little weak. I think it's probably just Frozen Touch. So we'll just trade in and infuse some Trogs, I guess. Boop. What's next? Flurry is honestly not bad. Just shut that down for now and go face a little more. Flurry won't get much better because their hand is pretty empty at this stage. So just get it in. Go face. Yeah, this should be mostly, you know, this game's winding down. We're pulling ahead. We've shut down their biggest threats so far. Herald of Nature turned gone. You know. Pride's Fury is making another giant annoying dude, to be honest. But we could just flurry and go face, I guess. Kind of hate, though, that it's not ending the game sooner. I ever infuse 3 just to get this in the Savara and, like, make a play that way?
I wonder.
Maybe. It feels a little weird, I guess, but... All right. Oh, okay. So this just sets us up for the win next turn, kind of no matter what, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I think we're going to be fine. All right. Just stole and hit. Kind of... I think this play pattern is pretty annoying, right? The poor opponent just gets their board frozen every turn, and then I just hit them for $1 billion. Pretty annoying. Joshua, I'll take a look here in a minute. Let me see if I can find it. Where is that? Oh, actually, okay. Those are kind of annoying, aren't they? Man, oh, we just go face though. They're not annoying. Oh man, I feel bad. We actually had even more overkill. Jeez. All right. We didn't have the damage. We probably could have just traded in and Deathborned or something and been in a similar spot and just win next turn. But certainly just go over the top is fine. What? I got an email about a sponsorship for Pedal Commander, the best-selling throttle response controller with the fastest processor on the market. This looks like a real thing, but I don't know what in God's name a throttle response controller is. Nor would I know why they would want to advertise on my channel. It's something to do with gas pedals. Remove the acceleration lag from your gas pedal to let you explore the true limits of your vehicle. They're getting a free ad read here. All right, we don't need this. They certainly just got a list of like, hey, these are YouTubers, and just sent it to the list, of course. No targeting here at all. Bought a list somewhere. All right. Another Warlock, so we might need AoE again if it's Imps, which has a pretty high likelihood to be. Oh, last second decision here. Yeah, we'll freeze an Imp, I think. Arcane Bolt here is awesome, but I want to get a body down. I can trade in this 1/2 later if needed, and then bolt something else, or still bolt the 3/2 if the 1/2 can value trade into some Imps, right? Or just Arc Splitter if nothing happens. Okay. I know people don't want to hear about Marvel Snap, but the one thing I love about streaming Marvel Snap is that simultaneous turns mean I never have to wait on my opponent. That is always a delight. It's so annoying to wait on your opponent sometimes. Yeah, we'll just start tidying this stuff up. I think the question is, do we ping or play a 2/2, or actually, maybe even better question, do we play a Prismatic Elemental? Probably a Prismatic, right? The 2/2 doesn't actually do anything better on board, and it doesn't even have a target right now. Yeah, Moonlit's probably our best bet. Sharon is actually free though. Man, I kind of like a Sharon for free. Just get a big board next turn. That's honestly pretty legit. I don't really need the Moonlit right now. Let's just go. 4/3 and a 3/3 is really nice. Okay. Snap, they can still rope the whole turn. They can, but you're spending the same portion of their available time making your own decisions. So, particularly when streaming, if I'm talking through a play, I'm probably using a large portion of the turn anyway, so the remaining available extra time is smaller because we're using shared time. So, you know, if there's 90 seconds per turn, we're both using that first 60 seconds collectively, and then I only have to wait 30 seconds or whatever at the end. Whereas in Hearthstone, if it's 90-second turns, I use 60 seconds of my turn, then I have to wait the entire 90 seconds of their turn, right? So it ends up being basically an extra 60 seconds or whatever in that specific scenario. I don't know the real numbers, but you know what I mean. The fact that your time is collective and shared at the beginning reduces some of that stress otherwise. Any plans for the holidays? No, not really. We're kind of trying to think about staying in from the cold and stuff. It's like gonna be deathly cold, you know? I think we still just play minions on curve here. Particularly want to infuse this frozen touch there, you know. Yeah, they may have more imps. Yeah, they may get trades, but that's not the end of the world. -12 this morning, 6 inches of snow, -8 where I'm at. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really wild. Trade? Do it in the wrong order. Do it in the wrong order. Oh, they got it. I really wish I had a better threat to play than just the cook here. Okay, two cooks is a little more interesting, but I wonder if I frozen touch ping here just to draw a card. No, I'll tell you what, I think I'm better off setting up for more draws next turn. I want to get the board. I want these both attacking next turn, right? Hopefully my draw off the top is good enough to kind of power this turn. I'd love like a Savara or, I don't know, just a Frostweave Dungeoneer or something good, you know? Cold Case is actually amazing. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Yeah, I'm only hitting for 3 here. I think I'm gonna ship a Bolt Face, right? It's worth drawing 2, so he's got to hit for 3. No, it's only 3. Never mind. Not 4. Not 4. No, this is perfect. Never mind. We'll save those then. 3 or more damage. We definitely dealt. Okay. Definitely can leave a 3/3. No risk there. This is good. This is a good little turn. Opponent and I are both struggling a little, I think. I don't know that either of us had like a home run hand. It felt like we're both making maybe some slightly suboptimal trades and stuff just to kind of hang in. You know, whoa, what? That card just did a weird animation. What was that? Slid into that Imp's DMs, I think. That looked crazy. More is good. Taking some damage at least, though. Tempo Bran. Okay, how much damage do we got here? This is 6, 8, 10, 11, so not enough. Man, Bran, you definitely feel like you want to kill, but how risky is it? I think Zakul is the only real major risk. Do I respect Zakul? I think we better respect the Bran. Sirikes Cultist, you know, is a little bit of a risk, but not really that much of a risk. I wouldn't mind just getting some curses. The heal off Zarakul would be the really big downside for us. There's no way they pick Arcane Defenders. They want Arcane Intellect. They might think I took it though because of the 8 mana line. So there's a risk they take it, but they want Arcane Intellect. Yeah, they wanted Intellect. All right. Okay. Pretty weak Rafam, thankfully. Oh boy, that's nice.
Wrong ingredient.
I guess we hit Rafam, don't we, dude? Is this gonna infuse? Oh my god, this is so perfect. Are you kidding me? This is so perfect. Oh my god, it's gross. All right, that's clean. That's clean. Am I worried if they get the Arcane Defenders at 8? Number one, I don't think they take it. And number two, I don't know if I am too worried. Our goal is to eventually ignore the board. We had one more buffer turn. So, you know, if I get enough chip damage on that buffer turn, go ahead and spend 8 mana. I'll just dome you is the thought. It would have been kind of iffy though. I don't know. But number one, I just didn't think they'd take it. So kind of made a small gamble, I guess. It definitely paid off. Insane turns. Yeah, guys, this deck feels good. I mean, I don't know what more we need to see. We've won 4 straight games. They've all been pretty smooth. Even when they're not smooth, it still feels capable. Okay, Splitter's good. I think we want ones though, really. I don't think we can keep a cold case. I think we need Worm, Trog, or Sorceress. This may not even be worth a keep, honestly. You might have to guarantee the one. Not hitting a 2 or a 1 is really bad. Deck doesn't exactly have a lot of natural 2s, but man, oh man, this is our worst curve yet. By the way, this portrait's so sick. Yeah, I know Spit Hunter's still looking pretty good. It's actually doing worse than this deck at most ranks, though. This deck is currently top deck at Diamond to Legend. Spitter Hunter is tier 2. I mean, they're within like 1.5% of each other. It's not like it's far, but you know, technically this is looking a little better so far, but I'm sure that changes it. I think I saw it top Legend. Yeah, Spitter Hunter's... No, it's still technically a little bit behind this deck, even at top 1000 Legend, but really close. 0.2% difference. Probably not a statistically significant difference, but a little worse technically. But they're both, yeah, they're both good. Same style of deck, really. Just, you know, get some little chip damage going and then hit your opponent for 20. It's Frost is the exact same way as well. Play some little minions, get some chip damage, and then hit them from 20 from hand. Actually, man, I just looked at the dang it, that makes me sad. I just looked at the meta in Legend top 1000 in particular. That's every deck. Spell Demon Hunter, get a little chip damage, then set up to hit your opponent for 20 from hand. Aggro Mage, little chip damage, hit your opponent from 20. Shock Spitter from 20. I mean, when I say 20, sometimes 30, right, for some of these, but that's the idea anyways. Kill them from hand on turn 7 or something. Quest Spell Demon Hunter, same thing. Phylactery Warlock, same thing. Frost Death Knight, same thing. The first real like minion based deck is Pure Paladin in tier 2, and that is still a hyper smork deck. It's really, really fast. Beast Hunter a little slower, Thief Rogue a little slower. This is where the first 2 decks I kind of like okay show up. So, you know, not exactly my favorite meta report. Diamond Legend's a little better. It's definitely better. Big Spell Mage, Beast Hunter, Pure Paladin, but top Legend in particular, man, that was very one-sided. All right, let's go wide here. The Syrian deck, I don't expect to have a lot of AoE until turn 7 with a freeze. It's not really AoE, but you know, a lockdown on 7. So coin into Frostworm's next turn could be a threat. We may not want to lock the board for that, but in the meantime, let's just get some stuff down. May want to trade in a little bit if we can get some value this turn. Why does the meta change at High Legend? Player skill level number 1, player interests also, and so in other words, some decks you have to be really good to play well, so those do better at High Legend, but also some decks are more interesting to people at High Legend, so they play those more. And then when good players play a good deck, or when good players play a deck, its win rate goes up because there's more good players playing it as opposed to bad players. So there's a little bit of sort of incestual relationship there between that sometimes. All right, yeah, I gotta trade in a little bit here, guys, I think, for the sake of Frostworm's Fury next turn.
That's not a
Actually really don't want that. Okay. Go face. I don't want this dying. Nice. What the heck are we playing though, man? I haven't even really thought about this turn. I just kind of went and didn't think about it at all. And now I'm wishing I thought about it more.
Look at the time.
I'm just trying to make a good Savara, right? Okay. So this is 6, 9, 12, 15 damage setting up. Not technically lethal, but we got a arcane worm. I'm just trying to set up where if they Frostworm's Fury me here, I'm still not dead, is the idea. I'll just freeze and return, start chipping some damage face. Typically Frost doesn't have a lot of life gain. They might discover some, right? They could find some off discover effects, but hopefully I can just start weaving some damage in here and just get there soon. But getting more freezes makes that more possible, right? don't just have it anyway, do I? Hold up, I didn't even count. 6, 8. Not quite. The fact that this isn't infused, I'm not that worried about. I just want to spend some mana. We should have plenty in hand here. This is like really stupid. We're just both opponents just freezing each other and going face. Okay, so this is how they could find some healing, right? This is what we talked about. They're gonna need a lot, and because I still have a board too, right? They've got a lot of problems to solve here. Ton of damage in hand incoming. These are each 3s. So that's 9, 12 plus the board. Might, yeah, I mean that's not bad. Freezing a few cards, but they're very, very dead. Yeah, Blood Boil's the sort of card that would be good. This wasn't discounting though, because if Undead hadn't died, we just kept freezing it. So Blood Boil wasn't going to be playable this turn, but as you see, not relevant. Yeah, man, this is not my kind of Hearthstone, really. Yeah, I'm halfway decent at these decks usually. I'm not that bad at freezing stuff and going face, as many people aren't. I mean, some people don't play their outs well enough in these decks, but a fairly competent person does. I'm fairly competent, so yeah, they work okay for me. I usually climb a lot when we play these decks, but I hate it. I mean, that's just, we just both froze each other, ignored each other's plan, and just went face a lot. Like, yeah, this would be a fast, easy climb. I'm kind of hoping I'll lose one to put in the video, but this is my final game either way, win or lose. I got enough for a video at this point, just kind of hoping I lose. Can we maybe lose a game? With coin, I actually like the double 3 here a lot. Frostweave's really, really good. Sorceress even better. I mean, do we? Oh no, into the 2/2 weapon. No, we don't. Okay, I was gonna say, do we like this better without a spell? If we didn't draw a spell, but definitely not into the Bone Breaker. Hello, what version of Evolved Shaman is better in your opinion, with Neptulon or with Giants? I haven't played the Neptulon version, so I don't know. My instinct was telling me that the non-Neptulon version was probably the best choice for most players, like the average Hearthstone player. And the Neptulon version seemed to be getting more popular, like higher legend among pros and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know why that is or what the distinction is, so I'm not sure.
Yes, that's the one.
All right, they got the cold case, which that's not the end of the world. That's fine. Hopefully we'll net more than they will off the cold case. Curve here is really good. Freeze probably won't really interrupt weapons much here since they have, this is their final attack anyway, but it could if they have another one in hand. So Bonebreaker is Frost, which, I mean, probably means triple Frost, which probably means, again, we're in for a little bit of a damage race. By the way, we've had so many cool mage portraits rolling through, I just noticed. There's a lot of good mage portraits. We had the awesome Khadgar. This is an awesome mage portrait. We had the awesome Kel'Thuzad. Some really good mage portraits out here, man. Yeah, Arc Splitter here should be fine. I really don't hate Sorceress, though, into Snow Fury, because this can come down later for damage. This is a little better right now, pre any sort of board freeze. More minions now and then damage later, basically. If I go wider now, it's better than if I go wider later. The Arc Splitter can always turn into damage. That damage isn't even very good till turn 8, so let's go wider now. Oh, Death Chiller, though, is a good way to swing the board back a little bit now. That's not bad at all. 2 good 1 health targets on board as well. Oh, only 1 attack, though, huh? Okay. Well, that's good news, I guess. 3rd cold case in a row. Love it. Love it. We'll just kill this off. Don't need the freeze here. The tempo's fine. 0 mana ping is very valuable there. Scotty Karate, man. Thanks for the 23 months, dude. That's amazing. Oh, Duraragi, who we just played, says, good game. My freezes were too expensive. Yeah, man, mine were 0 and yours were 7. Doesn't seem very fair, does it? That's not cool. Game, come on. Cut this man some slack. So the freeze maybe was relevant there. That's cool. All right, do we go Cook, Splitter, or just another cold case, honestly? With Frost, we're really not as worried about, like, a Blood Boil, of course, so we should probably be good to go cold case again. Wish I could fill that mana, though. We're getting a ton of chip damage here, which is really good. I mean, Deathborn's not crazy here, by the way. Just push 6 and get 4 dudes on curve. You got a 15. We've got 8 there, basically. There's not going to be a lot of targets usually for Death Knight. The problem is, right, I only net... Like, if I go to 4 dudes, that's no different than just a cold case, really. Other than being on curve, which is nice. Arc Splitter Cook is also pretty reasonable here because we draw a card.
Such choices.
Yeah, actually, no, I like this better. This is gonna look a little wacky, but I think if there's any mistake I suspect people are making when playing this deck is that they're not tempoing their flurries enough. Like, I just flurried a 2/2, and I think that's probably a really good play, just to ensure that I get a little bit more chip damage connected and can develop this board a little more. I bet there are a lot of people who are trying to wait to find the perfect flurries. I haven't watched anybody play this deck, but if you notice yourself holding onto your flurries for a really long time, I suspect that's a problem. I think you probably want to use them just to protect a single minion on board, just to net a little bit of tempo advantage. Have not gotten a heavy armor blood Death Knight run yet. No, man. Still waiting. So Deathborn here does give me a playable thing. Oh, they're gonna give me one anyway. Okay. That's not a thought as much. There's their cold case. Okay, that makes my Deathborn insane. Probably gonna hero power that 2/1. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this definitely feels like Deathborn. Yeah, we'll play the full cost one off the top in particular here. A little more tilting maybe. Gain that psychological advantage. And the mana advantage for later. So we might see the board frozen here. That's probably fine. We can likely just Deathborn again. And that thing will very likely die. And I will get another board and some chip damage. And if it doesn't die, I might want to consider Arcane Bolting. Now, we did force them to use quite a bit of their burst damage to clear minions. Like, they used double Glacial Advance already. So we're not as worried about their reach as we might normally be, which is nice. Let's see where this connects. Okay. Yeah, let's actually just ping to be particularly mana efficient here. We pinged first. Could have maybe... Well, no, that doesn't work anymore, right? They changed that. Deathborn used to summon off of your Death Rattles proccing, but I don't think it does anymore. Didn't they change that? I think so. Now, they do have an active Vizier, so this could give them a Blood Boil this turn. Unlike last game. That would definitely be good for them. It wouldn't really be disastrous for us, I don't think, honestly. They would often still take some chip damage, and we'd still probably get there over a couple turns, I would think. Would take a little extra work, though. Sadly, we haven't drawn Aegwynn yet. I love Aegwynn as a card, but she's hiding. This deck doesn't really have any cool legendary for the thumbnail. I gotta figure out what to put in the thumbnail. Prismatic Elemental's pretty sick looking. Arcane Worm would be a decent thumbnail card. Oh, they hit the Blood Boil. Nice. Well done, man. Oh, they're going all in. They're gonna Astalor next turn. If these hit face enough, do I have any lethal outs? 11. We've got 6 here. Flurry is no lethal. Probably want to get some cold cases running here, though, because I am a little bit at risk here at 16, and the game's going to stretch on a little longer if they get this Astalor heal, which they probably will. So let's make another board here. A lot of minions, a little bit of armor gain. Flurry might be a little bit better on that 5/5 Astalor than this turn. Not sure we're going to get there next turn. And if I do, I don't know that the 2/4 is really the difference maker. We think they're going to 16. I have potentially up to 8 damage on board. Let's say really 6 if this hits the minion, sure. I mean, 8 damage in actual minions right now, too. Sarian won't matter. Yeah, that's gotta be game, right? Oh, no, it does matter, actually. Yeah, never mind. It does matter. So 6, 9, and 6 is 15 plus ping. Believe that to be lethal. Man, they gave a go of it, though, honestly. This was close. Really close game. They found just enough like life gain off that blood boil to buy one extra turn, but still managed to get there. Yeah, I mean, okay, we went 6-0. I don't know what, yeah, like, you know, it is what it is. I don't like this, but it's good. We're winning a lot. It feels great. I can't seem to lose, so that's a good sign. That's Aggro Mage. Enjoy. Go forth and prosper on the ladder, I guess.